Hey guys, it's Harrison and Evan from the Wildlife Brothers, and today we're out here in eastern Pennsylvania looking for some turtle species at our favorite local nature center. Now recently, we had the opportunity to film down in southern Florida, and we got some incredibly special terrapin species on camera that we've always wanted to show to you guys. Turtles are notoriously hard to capture and therefore difficult to get on film. But luckily, we came across two individuals that we were safely able to catch and present about. And these were species that were huge targets on our trip. So without further ado, let's take a look at some of Florida's most incredible terrapin species. Alright, so we have a little Redeared Slider down here right in this little creek system, so I'm actually going to try and catch this guy.
Alright, go for it, bro.
I don't want to get my shoes wet, so I'm going to take them off. Now,
I can't really see him with the glare, so you got to go in.
It's hard to see him. I'm going to try and grab him, though. Now, this is one of the most invasive species that you can find here in Florida.
They're not native.
They are not native. These guys are actually found more, a little bit north of here, the southeastern United States. Now, take a look at the size of this guy.
There you go.
How about that?
All right, you want to come up on land and we'll
I'm gonna get out of the water here. Now this here is the Redeared Slider we just captured, and she is absolutely beautiful. She's being a little shy right now. Now, as I mentioned, this is a highly invasive species. Now, natively, they're found in Virginia and down through the Carolinas, just a little bit north of peninsular Florida, but they were introduced here through the pet trade. Now, a lot of times what will happen is people will release these guys when they become unwanted, and what happens is they start to outcompete the native terrapin species, which is becoming a huge drain on the ecosystem. Now, unfortunately, we don't really have anywhere safe that we can leave this, this little beaut, so I think we're just gonna let her go right back where we found her.
And she is gorgeous.
She is gorgeous, and she is massive. This is about as big as this species is gonna get. So you can't really see where she gets her name from. She has two little red bars on the side of her head. But like I said, she's being a little shy right now. So we're gonna let her go back into this creek here.
All right, bro, you wanna make the release?
So we're gonna let this little girl go now. All right, why don't we take her down here so we're not dropping her.
That is a good idea.
All right. And when she's ready, she'll get back into the environment.
Careful, bro.
Got him.
No way! You just caught a Peninsula Cooter.
I sure did.
All right, why don't you...
Grab him?
Yep. All right. Yep, I got a hand on him. He's kind of scratching me up, but that's all right.
All right.
Excellent catch.
Okay. So, didn't think that would work, but this is a Peninsula Cooter. This is one of the most common species of terrapins here in southern Florida, and he is absolutely gorgeous. Now actually, I said he, but if you take a look at the plastron, the bottom of the shell, you'll notice that it's actually nice and flat. So that's how we know that we're looking at a female, not a male, and you can also tell based on size, the females will get a little bit larger. Now this individual is absolutely massive. They will get a little bit bigger than this, but this is considered an adult female. And despite her size, her shell is very, very clean. Take a look at that. She is absolutely gorgeous. And one of the things that makes the Peninsula Cooter so distinct are those gorgeous yellow bands that run all the way down her head and neck. And she is clearly very used to people, because her head is not tucked in, her legs are out. She is definitely someone that is used to being around a lot of people. But she is in brilliant condition, nice and healthy, and she's hissing a little bit and trying to swim away, but an absolutely stunning Peninsula Cooter. So on average, the Peninsula Cooter will grow anywhere from between 9 and 13 inches in length, but can surpass 20 inches in length. And actually right below us, there are some individuals that are right around that size. So I would consider this one right around average for an adult female Peninsula Cooter. And they can live for over 40 years. So they are an absolutely incredible species, and one that we were really hoping to get up close for the camera, because this is the only place in the world where you can find this species of turtle. Wow. And she does have a bit of an attitude to her. You can see she has been opening her mouth a little bit. She has been clawing us a tiny bit, but it's really just because we disturbed her from her grazing. And take a look at those claws there. Now the females use those claws for digging. So she will dig nests in the sandy bank of the lake here, and that is where she will lay her eggs. And her back feet, see if you can get a good shot of that. Her back feet are webbed, and that helps her to propel herself through the water. They are adept swimmers. And then after, there's a little hiss. Oh, you're okay, sweetheart. Absolutely gorgeous animals. Now, we are super excited to come across this species because these guys are actually endemic to peninsular Florida. They can only be found here, so that's why they were a huge target species for us. Now, Peninsula Cooters are omnivorous, like most terrapin species, and they're going to be feeding mostly on fish and aquatic invertebrates. Now, these guys live almost exclusively in permanent bodies of water, like this big lake behind us, and a lot of the time they're going to be hanging out in the shallow areas where there are lots of reeds and cover, and that's where they're going to be doing most of their foraging. Now, she's getting a little bit unhappy. She's hissing and trying to swim away in midair. That is because she does not like being out of the water too long. But she is an absolutely gorgeous specimen. I cannot believe, Harry, you just made that incredible grab. I consider myself very lucky. And it is worth noting, this is a reptile. She does breathe air, so she is more than capable of being out of the water. These guys are semi-aquatic, so whereas they do spend a good portion of their life in the water, they are fully capable of coming on land. They breathe air, so we're not harming her in any way. We just wanted to make sure to give you guys an up-close look before we get her back into the water. So what do you say we give this girl a little release now? All right. A precarious situation, eh, bro? A little bit, but we definitely want to be nice and gentle when we're letting her back into the ecosystem. Hey, buddy. This is one of the larger ones you were talking about. All right. It's absolutely massive. So there she goes. Bye, baby. Back into the environment. We knew that turtles were a big target for us in Florida, but we weren't actually sure if we were going to be able to safely capture them because they can be so flighty and tricky to get a hold of. Right, and it really took a lot of maneuvering to get those individuals on camera, so we were super happy to get them on the channel. If you guys did enjoy this episode, be sure to leave a like on it and comment down below which species of terrapin we featured was your favorite. And make sure to subscribe to the Wildlife Brothers now, because we have so much more content from Florida coming soon, as well as Costa Rica, and lots more from here in Pennsylvania that you will not want to miss. So make sure you're subscribed, and we will see you guys in another episode.